Hello, everybody. It's Terry M. Lee here. I thought I would jump online on this Saturday afternoon. I am actually on travel, so I don't have all my little fancy setup right now, but that's okay. Um, but I have been getting some questions about like how do I get started creating my own passive income stream and maybe creating my own course or membership site online. So I thought I would address that today. So if this is your first time, whether you're watching this in Facebook or you're watching this on my YouTube channel, let me introduce myself. I am Terry M. Lee. I'm an online entrepreneur, and I mostly have been dealing with one on one clients, helping them get their tech and processes set up in a platform called Kajabi to sell their course or memberships online. And so I am sort of shifting gears even myself and will be doing this in a group setting, but with some more personalized semi woman one on one. So stay tuned. So, anyway, so let's get started with first, what is passive income? The short version is it's the ability to make income when you sleep. Now, I can't sing, so I'm not going to be putting out an album and people are going to buy it while I'm at home, relaxing. That's not going to happen. My skill set is tech and processes and helping people make money in their own lane, if you will, for passive income. So, after working with my one on one clients, I sort of narrowed this down to like five major steps. Let's see where the camera is. Five major steps for that you need to complete to make or start building your passive income. So, the first is you're going to define your superpower. Now, that's the skill set, your passion, whatever it is about you that differentiates you from somebody else in the market. Now, while a lot of people come to me for tech, at the end of the day, anybody can teach you how to click a button. So to me, that's not enough. But I was that kid that always, like took things apart, figured out how they would work, and would put them back together. And throughout my career in tech, that's what I've done. But I quickly learned that that wasn't enough. I had to develop a different part of that skill set, and that was the ability to explain it and make it relatable so that anybody could understand it. Now, how often have we all been in a job, let's say, and we had to explain stuff to like our boss or our bosses, and for a fact they have no idea really what you do. They know they need you to do it, but they don't really know the nitty gritty detail, and you have to sort of dummy it down. And I don't want to, and that doesn't mean that they're dummies. They just don't know the weeds of what you do. That's essentially what I do, or part of what I do when I work with my clients, is I make it relatable. So, as one last example, I had this discussion with a friend of mine some years ago about like they had to understand what a database was and is, and I was like, "Oh, you use a database probably every day," and they were like, "What? What are you talking about?" I said, a database is a collection of information. And I said, go get your phone. And they went and got, their cell phone. I've got my case is broken right now. And so they went and got their phone and they were like, okay. And I said, okay, so look up somebody in your contacts. And they looked up somebody. And I said, so what you did was access a database. It was a collection of all your contacts, your people that you know. It has phone numbers, a first name, and a last name. Maybe it has an email address or whatever extra information. Each of those pieces of information is called a field in the database. Some fields are text only, and some fields might be numbers only, like the zip code or your phone number. I said, so you access a database every day. Before cell phones, a database was your phone book. And then they were like, oh, okay, I get it. I was like, exactly. So it's not as hard as we make it out to be, but it really is about, can we make it relatable to understand? And so that's what I do when I teach, is not just to say, hey, click this button or click that button, but explain why you might want to do something. And it could be to prevent something further down the road, that you're going to reach later in your business as you start to build and scale. Or it could just be, you just need to understand this so that you make the right or the best decision for your business. So that's my superpower. So knowing and understanding your superpower and how that's going to benefit your audience, your clients, is something that we want to figure out for you. So that's step number one, right? All of that to say, your superpower, step number one. So step number two is then going to be about defining the how can you help your audience or your clients? What's their pain points? Um, what keeps them up at night? And how can you help solve them? Now, instead of focusing on like this really big monstrous pie of the pain points, we're going to take something small, because the whole focus of, let's say, defining your passive income stream is to start with a smaller scale version of it and then build upon it, to help you not only reach your goal, but to actually complete it. Because if you start with something so big, like, I want to build a house. Well, maybe we just need to build a chair first. Um, that something that's achievable and smaller and bite size. So those are some of the things that we do in that you should do at the second phase, defining your problem and how you can help. I'm sure you've heard that joke, like, how do you like eat an elephant? Not that we're trying to eat an elephant, but how do you eat an elephant? And that's one bite at a time. You're taking off pieces of it to do it. So then that moves us to the third phase, which is going to be more your content phase, um, that you're going to uh, define. Sorry, I just had somebody walk in right away. But in your content phase, then that's where you're going to define, like, okay, not only am I marrying my skill set with their problems, but am I pre-recording it? Am I delivering it via live stream or some kind of hybrid? Also, maybe perhaps I am defining the how, the what, and what's going to be the transformation. What are those pieces in my much smaller scale in my course or membership that I want my audience to be able to achieve? Because if they don't have a quick win or some kind of wins through this process, it's not going to really matter. You have to be able to measure it and actually achieve it. And so that's going to be all in the content phase of it. And so then your fourth piece is in your testing, as well as defining your sales piece. So your sales funnel, they actually sort of split between um, your content and the testing piece of it, because the testing isn't that long, but defining your sales funnel, like that's the whole piece of what you want to be able to do. And because in your passive income, do you really need a logo? No. Do you have to have a full blown website? No, but you need some type of sales funnel. You honestly, you need a buy button, but you want to have something that warrants, a checkout page or something like that, a sales page, and that's part of your sales funnel. And then you're going to test all of that process, and that can be part of your step 4. And the last phase is actually going live. And then what lessons did we learn out of going live? Because going live is more than just, okay, sharing, your buy button or your sales page to your audience, but it's that whole process. Are you doing webinars to get people into your sales funnel? Are you sending emails? Are you doing everything live? All of that process will come out in the last piece of going live, and being able to analyze that and your onboarding process. Like, what happens once everybody joins? Did it go smoothly? Did people have problems getting their passwords or anything like that? We should have addressed everything in our testing phase, but guaranteed there's going to be something. But your 5th stage of going live will finalize all of that. And then once you have smoothed out your entire passive income process, then you can start to build. And you might add another product. You might raise your prices. You might make a bigger level, so to speak. And you're going to start scaling, building more and scaling. And so that just builds or adds to your passive income stream. Once you know you have it down one time, you can then rinse and repeat and continue on. And so you've probably hinted at or got the clue that I'm hinting at. That's what I'm offering today, is a founder members um, access to building your own passive income stream. So what we're going to do in this phase here, or I should say in this program, is that we're going to start from scratch. If you don't have anything, defining your superpower, building upon what is it that you're actually going to solve, and then building out your content. And that means, yes, maybe it's video editing, not video editing, but video recording to minimize edit. So I definitely have some tricks of the trade for that, so that we don't have to spend a lot of time video editing, which is time consuming, and you don't want to have to pay through the nose if you do decide to hire out. Just recently, I had some clients that were doing their first video sales letter, had not done any of this, and I walked them through the process of how they should record their video, and it made their editing process just minutes. I think the longest part of their process was looking for some images to go along with what they were saying, which made things so much easier, and they were rarely on camera. So those are some of the things you get to learn in this program. So what else do you get? You get a private community to it. So it's off Facebook. I have some people that are on YouTube and some people that are on Facebook. And so I decided this time I'm going to make the community off of Facebook, just to have a little bit more control, less ads, less noise. And it really is about community building, but also support for programs that I'm implementing. And so you have that. We'll meet In the founders member level, you're going to meet twice a month, versus when once we get beyond getting some more content in it, it's going to be monthly. But the founders will always have the ability to meet with me twice a month. And so that's live, um, meeting with me live to get feedback and things of that nature. We also have access to checklists and project management boards. And in fact, let me show you real quick. So I use Asana. This is going to look crazy for just a moment. I use Asana. I know a lot of people use Trello. I like Trello, but I like the ability to switch between this format, which is called Kanban format. Don't worry about it. It's just still same project management and having list format, because sometimes the board format is sort of a bit much, but the list format, some people just like, I just need a list that I can sort of check off and know, hey, this was completed or this was completed, and things of that nature. And so that's where, remove that. So that's where using Asana boards so that you're not missing any steps. There's going to be some Canva templates that's going to save you some time. There'll be some, um, besides the boards, the Canva templates and checklists, and some worksheets to help get through the process so that you don't miss anything, and really just start making some passive income as quickly as possible. So um, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to write any questions. Otherwise, I will definitely see you on the inside. Again, that's terryemlee.com/join. And let's start making that passive income quickly. I'll talk to you later. Bye.